Well, this is a tough story to talk about because it's unthinkable. The details are horrific. A husband and wife, they were jet skiing on vacation when out of the blue, the wife says Mexican gangs started shooting at them. It's believed the husband, David Hartley, was shot in the back of the head. His body, though, not yet found. This all happening on a lake that straddles Texas and Mexico. And joining me now is David's wife, Tiffany Hartley. Good morning to you, Tiffany.
Good morning.
None of us can imagine what you have been going through for the last week since this horrible situation happened to you and your husband. If you can take us back to last week, you had decided to go on this jet skiing trip and you knew that potentially it could be dangerous, right?
We did. We hadn't heard anything happening lately. We had heard back in the spring that they had pirates robbing people, but we had never heard of them in the last, few months. So we had no idea that it was going to happen that day, obviously.
Mm-hmm. So you wanted to go on this sightseeing trip in this lake that straddles Texas and Mexico. Was it true that you wanted to take photographs of a Catholic church that was half submerged in the water, and that you had said to each other, we know that there may be some risk, but our motto in life is no fear?
Yeah, that's true. We went there to take pictures. My husband loves history and loves, doesn't matter what, if it's U.S. or Mexico, he just loves the history. And so we had discussed that we were going to go take some pictures and then go back to the main part of the lake.
So you're out there and suddenly you see a group of men on jet skis or in a boat, and what happened?
We had seen 3 boats. We were heading back out towards the U.S. Side, and the 3 boats started to approach us. And that's when we decided we just needed to get going and go as fast as we could to the U.S. side. And then that's when they started chasing us.
And so they shot your husband in the back of the head. You then tried...
As far as I know.
But you say you tried to get his body up on your jet ski. You could not, and then you had to leave the scene because they were shooting at you?
Yeah, they, I had swung my jet ski back around to go get him because he was in the water, and I tried pulling him up, but before that, a boat had approached me with a gun, had pointed the gun at me, and then they left, and that's when I tried pulling him up on my ski.
And you were unable to do that. And his body has still not been recovered. We want to mention that to our viewers. Let me ask you this, Tiffany.
Yeah.
The Mexican authorities are claiming now that maybe this incident didn't even happen. How would you respond to them?
I can't imagine that, because I loved him so much. He was my rock. He was everything to me. And I loved him, and there's no way I would do anything like that. I can understand, since they say they can't find the body, but they're not looking. They're not looking for him. And that's what's frustrating, because we can't go over there and look for him. We need them to do it. We need them to allow U.S. to go over.
So what you're saying is that they will not allow U.S. authorities to go and search for the body of your husband either?
Yeah, that's what we understand. So we need the Mexican government, we need the president, we need all of them to just let us come and recover my husband's body so we can give him the proper burial.
So that is what you're asking.
Goodbyes.
That's what you're asking today, is for the president of Mexico to allow American authorities to come across into their border and help you.
Yes, and of course we're asking the President Obama, we're asking Hillary Clinton, we're asking all the governors and senators, whoever they need to call to make this happen. We need to make it happen.
All right,
we
Tiffany,
just want his body back. That's all we want.
I understand, and we can't imagine the pain that you're going through as this has happened to your husband, but we appreciate you joining us today and sharing your story. Thank you, Tiffany.
And I want you guys to know that he just really loved your show. He watched it every day.
Oh, well, thank you so much for letting us know that. Our hearts and prayers are with you.
Thank you.
And we'll be right back with more Fox and Friends right after this.
So, I'm my own man. I can work from home. I can make meetings.